I love roller coasters, and I've loved roller coasters since I was about this big, which means I get to go on roller coasters quite a lot as it's my hobby. I have noticed in recent years they don't really scare me anymore, they don't give me much adrenaline. And another thing I have noticed as I've gotten older is that there is one thing that does give me adrenaline outside of theme parks, and that's driving. So I thought, what better experiment than to test if driving is scarier than roller coasters. And I am filming this in winter, so there aren't a lot of theme parks open in the UK at the moment, but I have chosen Paultons Park because the other option is Drayton Manor, and I have noticed that they don't really open their roller coasters when it gets to a certain temperature anyway. So sorry it's not Alton Towers, but these roller coasters might actually surprise you with which ones give me the biggest heart rate spike. I'm going to be measuring the fear by heart rate. This is what science says about heart rates. A normal human being resting heart rate is usually between 60 BPM to 100 BPM, which stands for beats per minute. This is a song that is at 60 BPM. And this is a song that's at 100 BPM. It depends on things like fitness, so if you're very fit then you have a lower resting heart rate, so take with that what you will with this video. Signs that I could be having a good time with excitement or adrenaline mean that it goes past 110, and above about 150 that's some pretty intense exercise or absolute terror and peril. So I'm going to see if any roller coasters, ideally just roller coasters, can get my heart rate very high and compare it to the most stressful sport, that is driving on British roads. Oh yeah, so we've got the car set up and the sun is going down, which adds for an extra bit of pressure with the light. I'm not going to do anything dangerous. I'm not going to do anything outside of the restrictions of the British road law that I'm aware of. Well, I'm quite practiced in road law because I took my driving test 5 times, so I'm actually an expert. Here you'll see my heart rate, which is actually coming straight from this. Right now we're at 106, I've already got a little bit of anxiety. I'm in an unfamiliar vehicle. I've only been driving it for about 6 months. Let's get going. Don't tell me how to reverse. Step 1, reverse. How do you think we're going to fare with this one? Am I shouting?
Only a little.
Now I can't show you it, but there is a massive obstruction on the driveway that no one can see. Oh! Okay, that was hard. 104. Drive. So hopefully you guys can see on our Insta 360 a really good view of the front, but I'm going to pixelate it because I don't want you to know where we currently live. I'm going to be giving you a side-by-side reference to my day at Paultons Park just to keep you entertained. Get ready because the things that scare me may not be what you think. Do you mean to match outfits, James?
Who am I matching with? Oh, these guys. Merry, merry, merry Christmas. Merry, 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 merry Christmas.
Now it's time for Ghostly Manor, which I am absolutely terrified for because I don't like dark rides and I don't like ghosts. I'm expecting a very high heart rate for this one. Right now I'm already at 120. Guys, I'm scared. Also, the adrenaline of a competition adds to it. So some things that typically get my heart racing, and I feel it more than a roller coaster, is a turn right and roundabouts. They're pretty thrilling. So is anybody scared? Anyone scared? No. Just me. Oh my gosh, who is that? John Wardley. Ghostly Manor opened in 2025 at Paultons Park, and it's basically a haunted house kind of thing where you get to shoot some ghosts with your ghost blaster thing, a phaser. It's got 8 little scenes where you get to shoot at them. So you sort of shoot at a big screen kind of thing. And just remember this, guys, it takes a true master to get a score of 59,000 or above. Is that John Wardley?
You're on 110.
110?
Yeah.
110. See, that left turning got my heart going up a little bit.
Is that John Wardley?
Nice calm. 95 beats per minute.
and it's red. You ready for an emergency stop test? Oh, you've been spared.
Imagine if the camera went flying through the window. I panicked for a minute thinking that I'm going to have to get the jet out.
Groups of 4 will be dispatched at a time.
So Ghostly Manor was nowhere near as scary as I was expecting, but I did get about 109 as a heart rate, which is pretty high. But honestly, I think that was the competitiveness and realising that my gun was aiming about 15 degrees to the left compared to where I was shooting. And you're talking to a master at laser tag here, so there's our score. Actually dropped my heart rate from after that. Who's oh my gosh, look at us!
Oh, Alex, so upset.
I was very
Confused.
Well, hey, look how you destroyed that child, Jack.
Yeah, but look at this.
Possessed. How are these guys have cheated.
tried.
Is that baby Dan Bannon? That looks like Dan as a kid.
Daily high scores more than.
And I'm hitting a bang on 30 miles an hour. Uh-oh, our first roundabout. I'm going to go all the way around the roundabout because I find this very embarrassing to... Whoa! Good thing they indicated. I'm going to go all the way around this roundabout because I find that really embarrassing to do. Yeah, this is embarrassing. Yeah. This is very embarrassing. Whew, what am I on?
105 beats per minute.
105. Wow. The indicator's still on. Stop. That was scary, guys. Not even joking.
If you've seen one of my more recent videos on my channel where I talk about people in costumes at theme parks, you'll know that I actually would have normally found this kind of thing a little bit creepy, but I was fairly sure there wasn't somebody in there, so I decided to get out my own creature gloves and interact with it.
And we're off. I'm going to do something that is really, really quite scary. When we get to some traffic lights later on in the drive, I'm going to wave at the person next to me when we stop. Yep, that's scary. Because if there's something that brings up my heart rate, it's social interaction that might be unrequited. Is that the right word? Unrequited.
You're at 97 at the moment.
Okay, not speed, heart rate. Tight squeeze. How tight was that? Should I wave at this person then?
Is that
Okay, we're going. Ooh, what was that?
101.
101. Oh my gosh. Okay, that was embarrassing. She didn't even look. She was in a little woolly hat. She didn't even look, but that was really embarrassing. Oh gosh. Oh, I don't know that person.
100. 103. 105.
Now I tried waving at some other trapped people at Paultons Park with my creature glove and I got up to 126 on my heart rate. Yeah, this was a lot of eye contact, a lot of unrequited waves, 123.
Oh, I'm gonna let this person go. See, this is scary. Act of kindness. It's free.
99.
Oh, okay. Oh, we're going right to... Oh, it's because we're approaching a roundabout. The scariest thing for me actually on this roundabout, oh, it's completely empty, is not knowing how the indicator works on this car because it just kind of stays on. And some of my most embarrassing moments in this car has been leaving my indicator on for a very long time. Oh, there's a police car coming. Oh no, I'm blocking it. Oh no, I'm not. Okay. We're getting past 30 now. This is my favourite ride in the park. I'm at 126. Is that nerves or is it excitement? Who knows? It could be that we're walking very fast through the queue because there's no queue.
Is that John?
Seagulls digging up their food.
101 beats per minute. That's like 2 just then. Your heart rate's calm.
It's weird. Stop indicating now. The police are after me again. Straight on.
Look at this, I got 138 BPM and you think, wow, you must have really liked that ride. Well, let me tell you, we're not even on. That's just from the the light jog up the stairs.
I'm beyond excited, and we got back row. I know it was walk on, and I'm with all my friends. Look. Smile! How did the windscreen wipers go on?
Now we've been on Storm Chaser, which I've said many times on this channel before, but it's definitely my top 3 roller coasters in the UK. It doesn't even invert, but I just absolutely love it.
Storm Chaser was really good. For reference, I had a heart rate of 132 in Morrison's the other day, and it's actually higher now that we're vlogging in public. But when we came to a stop, I was at 106. So, and at the top of the lift hill, I was also at about 104. So there you go.
As one of the biggest chunks of metal that sits on a very deep slab of concrete at Paultons Park, it's no secret that Storm Chaser is got to be one of the best rides at Paultons Park. It's made by, I don't know, Mac, and it's probably at least 30 feet tall. I love this ride, and I would say it's worth going to Paultons Park just to ride this. And here's one fun fact, is that if you reach out far enough, you can touch people in other carriages as they touch you.
We're going on Windmill Towers, which, if you at a stretch, just sound a bit like Raja's Bouncy Bottom, but because, you know, windmill. I'm probably going to find this one quite exhilarating because, oh yeah, 120, because I find it a bit embarrassing, to be honest. On your own, on your own, on my own, and I've got the one facing everybody. Great.
There's a pattern here. I do just tend to get high spikes when I'm embarrassed, and we had to sit alone because we didn't have children with us that we know of.
Once again, my heart rate's higher now that I've come off it. Yeah, my heart rate on it was 90, so that's the calmest I've been all day. I know, yeah, but I've got anxiety. For a neutral for the science experiment, here's James after going up the stairs.
It's only 110.
That's quite low, actually.
Going down, actually.
It's going down.
107.
Yeah.
What if I told you there's kids behind you?
God. No, it's still going down. That's not a good look, though.
Extra Oh, my final thing is we're going to go to McDonald's drive-thru. I'm going to order something because that always makes me really nervous. I'll cover this one, baby girl. Would that be nice?
Yeah.
You get paid for your efforts?
Yeah.
My cameraman isn't doing free labour today. Usually he is.
103 beats per minute thinking about me.
Eyes on the road. Do you know what actually would stress me out a little bit would be using the cruise control on here because I don't know how you do it. I'm going to try it. I'm on cruise control! Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, it came off. Okay.
Oh, it's just spiked. Maybe there's a little bit of a lag time in the
What did it spike to?
101.
Something James observed about George the pig is that his eyes just sort of glow. If you're wondering why I've got such a high heart rate here, it could have either been because we were in a queue and I was feeling a little bit awkward, or because I'm very excited about the curly fries I'm about to eat.
I like that theming. Look at the theming, they've done a ceiling.
I don't like my
Ceiling theming.
But you knew what you were doing, right?
Is that John?
I didn't realise Grandpa Pig had an occupation, train driver.
If you're wanting to know why we've spent so long in Peppa Pig World and also what on earth is going on in this interaction, you'll have to watch it on the Theme Park Society channel, where it's a little group of us who all do theme park videos together, but I was frozen in fear here. I mean, come on. Who is not finding that scary?
Keep running. 5-minute queue. 170, but we did just run and I've got a weak heart, so yeah. 170 is a peak today, Jack. Just 170. I'm gonna do something slightly embarrassing at the drive-thru because that's probably the best way to test if it's a social anxiety or a driving anxiety. And yet, guys, I do need glasses to drive. Should I just go for it? I'm going for it! That was fun. We did it.
And it was very safe. I didn't take any risks. Then we went on Flight of the Pterosaur, which is a lovely ride, if not a little bit boring. But it did spike my heart rate. But just for your information, we had been running around looking for people at this point. Where's Cobra? I didn't realise it was going to be so intertwined. That's sick. Ready to see what I found embarrassing doing? I don't know what I'm going to do. I've got the wrong blooming...
Hi, is you ordering on the outs today?
No.
What can I get for you?
Could I get 2 cappuccinos, please?
Yeah, anything else?
No, that's all, thank you.
Thank you.
See, I'm such an honest person, guys. I couldn't even commit to the Scottish accent, but I felt the embarrassment from it.
You're 106.
Is that the highest it's been?
Yes.
Because I went, no.
Yeah, 107, yeah.
Do you know what? I need to humble myself. Get over yourself, Lou. Let's play some jazz. That will add to the stress.
Your rear window is open still.
So they probably just heard all that. Because this will stress me out. I do not like jazz. It's actually quite nice. There we go. Jazz jarring. We're moving. This will be awful. Michael Bublé, my most... Oh, that's awful. Was that the band you like? Sorry. Michael Bublé is copyrighted, so this is what you're hearing. I just hate jazz. Not you, jazz, just the musical genre. Oh! Do you know what? One of the nice things about Christmas is that Christmas being over is that Michael Bublé tends to be out of fashion. And I've been duped. Shall I try the accent again? So I know I called it boring, but I thought I'd give Flight of the Pterosaur another go. But this time with my friends. Jack's even more than a friend, so he doesn't count.
An extra 100 quid.
Managed to get eye contact with Scott the entire way around that, so not Scott Nathan. And even eye contact didn't raise my heart above 110. And so we tried it one more time. 131, but I think it's because I was holding my husband's hand all the way around. Can't get it any higher than the run. What is all over my face? Oh. Ew! Shall I go Scottish? Or American? Which one's more embarrassing? Irish? American? Scottish?
American.
American's probably the most embarrassing. Sorry to my American friends. Watching this back, I'd just like to clarify, I don't find anything embarrassing inherently about people with accents. I think I find it embarrassing because I know I really can't do them. And I feel like an imposter and a liar and a thief and a scumbag and a sinner. Something you should know, American people, is that our teachers in school would usually apologise before playing an American video by saying, sorry, we could only find an American video. Just because your light-hearted frilliness just does not cut it in the UK culture generally.
Is that John Wardley?
I'll have a look afterwards because there's a bit of a... Oh, wrong window.
Is it 2 vegan cappuccinos?
Yeah, thank you.
£3.98. That's all I can for you.
Thank you. I hate doing this. I want to go home. Oh, okay. Cappuccino time.
I am
96, 88 for this one. I love a velociraptor actually, so do you know what, it's just getting lower and lower throughout the day. And oh my gosh, these animatronics aren't looking as good as these.
Experience Velociraptor.
Let's see if it'll go any higher.
Can I have a sweetener, please? I'm practicing. Can I get a sweetener, please? Behind you. Thank you. Bye. Oh, sorry. I think Wormy's heart rate's going up because he's got 12 different things to do at once here. Fair play. Okay, once I got into character, I actually felt a little bit better, but it felt less like social anxiety, more like real adrenaline. That one's my favourite.
107.
Of Stephen.
It's not on the Feast of Stephen.
Chicken.
It's Hosanna in Excelsis. Who's Stephen?
Is that John Walkley?
And now Dan's got to go. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
You know that awkward moment when someone says goodbye and then they walk in the same direction as you? The Velocicoaster didn't even get a mild reaction out of me, so I didn't even bother recording anything. But we are about to go on the best ride, which I just showed you a glimpse of.
It's my favourite ride. I've got to go. Bye. Okay, now that is scary. 76 if you can't see it. That one, 76. Yeah. Even those actors are being chased by children.
And if you're scared of children, there's only one place to go.
And a highwayman.
Is that John Walkley?
Oh my gosh.
Now, there is no mention of units on this sign. It doesn't say years or anything, so...
Good luck. Don't die.
Oh!
Now, my reaction to it does look quite intense, but here's what it looked like to the world.
Yeah.
I'm 17.
Hello.
Is that John Walkley?
Worth it. Yay! Wait, what's my heart rate doing when it's the most fun I've had all day on a ride. The one last thing I really want to do, which is going to embarrass me, is I'm going to beep my horn unnecessarily. A little friendly beep, you know, a little toot toot as if I recognise someone, but I don't like beeping my horn. I hate doing it. Here we go, I'm going to do it now.
What's your heart rate on? 27?
Oh, it's going up, is it?
29.
104. That was probably about as bad as the American accent. I'll never be doing that again. I feel so embarrassed. I feel terrible for that person. If you're watching this and you just got beeped out by a random girl with pigtails at her big old age, I'm so sorry. You did nothing wrong other than drive an SUV when you've only got one passenger. Given today's scores, I'm going to conclude it there. The best one actually was a slide. Which is crazy, isn't it? A slide. I'm a very cheap date.
Equally, you could have just gone to Morrison's if the heart rate was what you were going for.
I was going to say, there's no slide at Morrison's, but yeah, building Carolinas. Now we're going to stop, have our coffees, and I'm going to transfer you over now to see if a theme park can compare to this drive. I would say this is quite a tame drive for me. So to give you perspective, like overtaking on a motorway, just have a think about how that might make me feel. See you soon.
Look, I had no idea what I was doing when I was planning this video. Obviously, you've already seen that. So just enjoy the rest of this video with... Sorry, there is a cat attacking me. Enjoy the rest of these last clips and let me know what you thought. Did it surprise you that the highest my heart rate got was from waving and from a slide? If you think you know a roller coaster that could scare me more, let me know. And here's a random game of Guess Who we did in the pub outside of Paultons Park that served us some interesting drinks.
Ask again.
Is your person, are they disadvantaged in life because they can't see properly without wearing a certain set of instruments?
No.
Okay. Okay. This is definitely safe. I'm gonna guess. Is your person Mia?
No. Is your person Jordan?
Yes.
It doesn't feel very rewarding, to be honest.
Would your person be interested in watching Louis Poo videos?
No. That doesn't really narrow it down, does it? None go down. Does this person look like they read fan fictions?
No. Like 50 Shades of Grey, yeah.
I know who it is.
So we need to have a guess.
Sorry I didn't film an outro for this. Thank you so much for watching. Please comment and subscribe and like. A massive shout out to channel members James, Dan, Rollercoaster Sam and Tuna Fish. You guys keep me motivated. Thank you so much.